It's Madden NFL 24, where we'll see which conference reigns supreme tonight.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the Sunshine State and TIAA Bank Field here in Jacksonville. Tonight we've got the crew set for what should be a real treat, a great Monday night matchup, as it'll be our visitors taking on our home team. Happy to be on hand. I'm Brandon Gaudin with Charles Davis. And before we kick, partner, your keys to the game, please.
Well, my keys are on the defensive side of the ball for both teams. And the big one, making sure you avoid giving up the big play. These safeties are going to get tested all game long. Their job, keep the ball in front of them, tackle people, make them run extra play.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. And they'll be let out by their quarterback now in his third season in the league.
And there's a word that constantly gets thrown around with this guy when you talk to anyone in the building. There are plenty around the league who think that as well. And years from now, he can still be leading this offense out.
They'll start this drive out on the ground. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
You want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. 4 yards the pickup.
Heavy package against that defense, didn't it?
Yeah, I don't think they expected that much beef up front, and it turned into an easy first down conversion. Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. And he's out of bounds, just drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
Give him 7 on the tuck and run, and it'll get him a new set of downs.
As he came to the line of scrimmage, he knew he didn't need much to reset down.
So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. Now this throw caught left side and all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. Give him 30 yards there.
Things are looking pretty darn good on this first drive, aren't they? Came right out, set the tone, this time with a big pass play.
And if the peek behind the curtain that they gave us or their game plan, I don't think that's going to be the last one we see.
I think you're exactly right about that.
So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now they go screen. It's complete. He's into the secondary. And finally taken down at the 4-yard line. They get 10 more.
The linemen leave a tight end in, bring the running backs back in to block, or you can do this.
Watkins diving. He's got it. And that is caught. Touchdown, Jacksonville. A great effort there with an amazing diving catch. Now this offense takes the ball down the field and scores on their opening drive. It's good to make it 7-0. Kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. So now we'll get a look at the other offensive unit as they come out for their first possession. At a glance at the man under center at 6'5", he always demands attention.
And when you want, he takes charge as the leader of this offense.
They'll start on the ground here on first down. And a short pickup to about the 27. It'll be 2nd down.
Brandon, they've got to give their defense a chance to settle down, catch their breath a little bit after they give up a touchdown on the opening drive.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete. So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Can't get away, and he's taken down. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. Now is the punter. As the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And he'll take it on this side of midfield. Ooh, the juke. Start their drive with a 1st and 10. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. He'll work his way up the middle for a gain of about 4, 2nd down.
You could do worse than a 4-yard run on 1st down.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Touchdown! A great play there. 38 yards as his guys are able to extend their lead. Well, this has been a flawless start for them. They score, they get the stop, and they score again, Charles.
Complimentary football at its finest. You just mentioned how they got it done. They scored. The defense got the ball back for them. They score again. That's the way you win ball games.
And it's good to make it 14-0. Now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback. Back onto the field comes this offense, ready for their 2nd drive. And then
you want to make sure that they stay positive, but at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer, and make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Yeah, still 2nd quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay. Well, you're already up a couple of scores here in the 1st half defensively, and Charles, they just seem to be playing really free on that side of the football.
I love the observation, because with that type of a lead, they feel like they can take a few more.
2nd and long. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5. And he will go down outside of the pocket for a sack. Trying to get away, but could not. It's a loss of 10 on the sack, and it leads to 4th. He continues, Charles, to be under constant pressure. These sacks, they're starting to pile up.
And if they want to have a realistic chance in this one, they've got to change their blocking assignments. They've got to do a better job to keep him upright. If he's going to be on the deck constantly, they've got no chance to win this game.
Hunter standing about a yard deep in his own end zone. Taking a couple yards shy of midfield. They'll score that a 36-yard punt. And this offense, they're going to have excellent field position. They take over with a 1st and 10 on the short side of the field. On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack. Past the 20. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. 52 yards rushing for him now. He's only carried the ball 4 times. That was excellent from start to finish, from the blocking to the running, just well executed.
And now let's look ahead, because after that, how about a little play action, maybe a little bootleg, and get the quarterback out on the corner and give him.
Chain gang hustling to catch up. Here's 1st and goal from just inside the 10. Well, they go with a tight end carry. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. An 8-yard touchdown run as his guys are able to push that lead out a bit further. So, Charles, that's 3 touchdowns on 3 drives, and it's just been an offensive barrage so far.
Great word, partner, using barrage right there of slowing down.
Point after, right down the middle. And it's now 21. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. The return man down to a knee, and this will come out to the 25-yard line. This offense back to work now late in this. They'll come out with a 3 tight end look on the first play of the drive. On play action, they'll throw. Here's Johnson with a reception. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A good pickup there, a 22.
Good work there. You're going to see on play action, they run an out route with the receiver on the outside and let the tight end work the seam in the area beyond him. A great concept, and it leads.
Big hitter to start the drive, has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. They take a shot downfield there, but it winds up falling incomplete. Here's 2nd and 10. He'll drop to throw. And that one complete downfield to Johnson. And he'll be out just a yard or two.
This offense is going to need to hit on a few more plays like this. It's been a difficult first half for them, to say the least. And I do believe if they want to get back in this game, they need to start right now. It's kind of like making adjustments. If you try to the big target at tight end.
That one not as profitable as the other, but still a decent gain. Now a 2nd down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Zone.
And his kick here is good. And that will do it for this first half. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports halftime report.
All right, Brandon, back to you two in just a bit. But first, welcome everyone to downtown Orlando and our EA Sports halftime report.
Welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially. So, and you have to think, Charles, down 3 scores already. They need to play an almost perfect second half to have a solid chance.
And that absolutely starts with finding some way to put together a touchdown drive here. They need to be smart, fast, efficient, get the ball to the end zone, and do it again multiple times. Trying to get it all back in one shot. Defense certainly appears to be ready for them. Try and get it back little by little instead of in big chunks.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up.
They're going for more.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he's got this to the 30 before being taken down. 30 yards there, and of course the first down as well.
Despite writing it down on my notes, I never give enough credit to the offensive line, and we have to here. The protection, that's what made this play a success. Quarterback had to wait for his crossing route to develop, and that takes a little bit of extra time. Excellent job by the big fellas up front.
The big play has them all the way down to the 30 now for 1st and 10. Now here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete.
It winds up incomplete.
The play action fake. They'll look to throw. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and
turn into a long gain or make people miss downfield. They've got to have points, and the guys who can put the ball in the end zone, they're the ones that need to touch the ball.
And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
And this is an offense in need of getting a few good things to happen. Here's one right here. They've had their share of struggles in key moments, but that's a nice throw and nice work after the throw. And they're set up now with a 1st.
It ends here on 1st and goal to add some extra mass. They'll try to run this one in. They're able to get a couple here, but won't get across the plane as they stop him right around the wall.
It'll be a battle down here on the goal line. Can they hold their ground for 2? Maybe even.
And he is into the end zone for a touchdown. Taking it in from a yard out. And his guys are able to cut into that deficit.
And that's a step in the right direction. This had the feeling of one of those turning point kind of drives. If you come up empty there, it could be a long road back. But they persevered and hung around, and they closed the gap here in the.
With a 1-yard touchdown run. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. Following the opening drive score on the other side, but this is a unit that has to be itching to get the football again.
You can say that again. They've got to be pretty eager because, let's face it, they've got to sit through halftime, then sit on the sidelines and watch that drive. So you can bet that they're saying, let's get on with this. Quarterback, they used their speed and their aggressiveness against them, didn't they?
Right back to him on first down. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. 69 yards rushing for.
This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
Now left side, a completion to his tight end. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. A first down there on a pickup of 25.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
Now a play fake here on first down. Flush to his right. And he gets us down inside the 35 before going out of bounds.
Instead of forcing a throw, now they've got more manageable play coming up to try and pick up the first down, and don't rule out the possibility that he just keeps it. And
he's got a man complete, and that is caught. Touchdown. Very comfortable lead. Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead is up to 18 quarter. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And he's only going to make it to the 13-yard line and no further. And now Dallas gets set to take the field. Well, it's been a struggle so far for this offense, Charles.
Thinking to myself, we've seen a lot of NFL games, and we've seen our share of lopsided contests. But in almost all of them, both offenses have put up at least 200 yards in a game, but not in this one. This has been a display of offense that, frankly, I think the two of us have watched from behind our hands.
Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. And that pick six, that was the first turnover forced by the defense in this ballgame, CD.
And what's even better is when they finally forced one, they kept the effort up and were able to return it for a score. They could hear their defensive coaches saying to them, hey, getting the interception's great. Can you do more with it? Turn it into a big play. And they did exactly that.
And they open the lead up now to 25 points. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick six. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six, and now the kick is away. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. Dallas offense that they were facing, CD, but unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over.
Of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
He'll get only
hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling him almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And they're able to get this one at set time as that'll move the chains. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw.
This has been a rough one, to put it mildly, for him. And after this one's done, you just feel like it.
Now a 2nd and 10. Back to throw again. Pressure comes, and down he goes. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll get it with just over 90 seconds to go in the ballgame. 3rd and quite a ways. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. knocked away and incomplete.
Well, these guys are not going to go out with their tails between their legs.
They're going here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. Now they go for it on 4th, but this one is going to wind up incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the ball will go over on downs on the short side of the field. So they tried to go for it for 1st and 10, and kind of tipping their hand at running the ball. 3 tight ends are out there. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. Down to the 22-yard line.
I like it. I like the call.
2nd down and 6 now. Hands it off out of the gun. And some determined running there as he'll pick his way down to the 12-yard line. 83 yards rushing now on 8 carries 4th quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines. Those meetings with coaches, and you almost want to roll your eyes when they talk about staying on schedule when they're moving the football.
And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. So it goes from a 3-score to a 4-score lead here in the closing moments of the 4th quarter. And whether they got that bonus touchdown or not, it's been a pretty impressive performance.
And they did it with not much win with that score.
Extra point right down the middle. And this one was over a while ago. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. In this situation, do you maybe just pick something out of the playbook you haven't called in a while, or you call it a day?
You can do that, or you pick something that's a staple for you and should work better and try and execute that on the way out as you end a ball game that's been a frustrating one for you.
And we'll see if they go back to base. He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. And that will be incomplete with a clock down now to 13 seconds.
A couple of incomplete passes bring up a 3rd and 10. Don't be surprised to bring a little pressure on this snap.
Now yet another incompletion here as they fail to connect on 3rd. At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense are just...
But they've blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
And taken at the 46. Well, partner, under the lights in primetime, this offense, they gave the nation quite a show, putting up that many points to come away with what will certainly be a memorable win for them.
And, Brandon, I think it's as simple as this. Some players, some teams, they're just meant for the big stage. And when they get a chance to play in this type of atmosphere, where all eyes are on them and all the lights are shining brightly,